What is going on? It is October 26, 2025. It's approximately 8:52 a.m. on that eastern side. But y'all know we done flipped them poles, so it might be western. Then again, I don't know. But I'm D'Amica, and it's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. All right, baby. So it's been a little minute since I've been on here. I've been taking a break, been writing, been painting, been just observing myself and the shadows that I have within. So with that being said, welcome back. If you've been tuning into the channel, welcome back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready to get started. If you've already been in tune with the channel, then you know I'm going to start off with either a poem, a random thought, a haiku. Typically, I would read something out of my Bible / self-published book called hashtag Reverse the Negative. Bam. I would typically read something out of here. That make sure you say the hair is growing back. It's growing back. You say. But today, and I think moving forward, I am actually going to be reading new poems that I have written. Okay. So let me go ahead and open up this back door. Let's get this air in. I already got the water cut off, and let's get it started. All right, so let's see which book. Okay, this poem that I'm going to read is called Questions Answered. Okay, it's called Questions Answered. You can't tell me I'm not dreaming, or am I? Watching different versions of myself within different dimensions, within different levels of consciousness. As I write this down, I wonder, am I really here? What is here? And no, I'm not confused. You, or should I say we're not confused. You, I, us turned into me, we, them, but we're all the same consciousness? I must be dreaming. Yet, I was riding on a bus and I saw some young ones roll a nice joint. And I smelled the herbaceous smoke scent of the ganja. I heard the lighter and I felt the ease of my stomach pains disappear just from one sniff. I feel more than a pinch within this dream. I feel violated at times, yet I wish a nigga would touch me. It's like a pain I can't describe. Being in this state, not meaning Virginia, excuse me, the state of Virginia. See how I just took away from Virginia with one word. In this state of dreams, one thought could take away from my life. So I wonder again, am I writing this down in reality, or am I leaving a clue for the next version of you? I, us, I mean we, I mean me. To see in the future dream state or reality. If I'm dreaming, will each version of me wake up simultaneously, or am I already awake, sleepwalking among the walking dead? You can't tell me I'm not dreaming. I can see 4 dimensions below me with different colors ranging from red to orange to yellow to green. My current level is blue, yet I'm able to travel to level 9 and beyond, gold. However, on this level of 5, the plane I chose to roam now has 2 moons, which has assisted me in my conclusion. I roam here. I dream here. I wake up here, and I sleepwalk, which in fact answers my questions in the first place. Love you. All right, so that's called Questions Answered, okay? All right. Let's get into some tarot, beloveds. All right, so you already know we're going to pull out the community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. Everything has been pre-shuffled. We're going to give it one quick good old shuffle again, just to ensure that we're all on the same page. And what's wrong with another shuffle? What is wrong with that? How's everybody been feeling? There's a lot of sicknesses going around, okay? It's about that time, about that season, right? Hopefully everyone is taking care of yourselves. One thing I like to do is I like to drink water, which has lemon in it. I put cilantro in it this time. Sometimes I put basil. Whatever kind of herb I have in the house, I'll put it in here, rosemary, whatever, along with the lemon. A little bit of baking soda sometimes too. Don't put too much though, it can throw you off. All right, let's get into it, beloveds. All right, we got fear of old age. Fear of old age is what this whole storyline is going to be based off of, okay? Fear of old age, all right? What else we got? All right, what's you? All right, we got 250 million years ago, right? So something could have started 250 million years ago in fear of old age. That's prehistoric times right there. 250 million years ago. Oh, we jumping out there. What's you? Come on out. All right. What that say? Rights and freedoms. So fear of old age due to rights and freedoms. System intended to protect fundamental freedoms and human rights, including free speech, assembly, and religion. Promote equal justice under their laws. Okay? So they're in fear of old age. Whoever created these laws involving rights and freedoms, they are in fear of old age, and they have been around for 250 million years ago. The energy of them. Oh, I'm looking at ocean. Give it to me. Ocean. All right, ocean. This is portal number 4. A body of salt water, which covers 70.8% of Earth. It's divided into large bodies of water, okay, which is called oceans. Then divided into seas, gulfs, and subsequent bodies of waters, like lakes, rivers, streams, creeks, okay? Infinite nature, ocean spiritually and metaphysically stands for infinite nature, okay? So they're in fear of old age because you have infinite nature, okay? You are the life in creation, all right? You represent emotional depth. You are of power and strength, and you are unity and connection. 144,000. All contracts broken. 144,000. All contracts broken. We got Trafficking Victims Protection Act out here, okay? So in fear of old age, a lot of this human trafficking is definitely has something to do with sacrificing so that those entities could live longer and younger, okay? So you got Trafficking Victims Protection Act, okay? We got Washington, D.C., and we got Miami, Florida, all right? So fear of old age, well, we know what the cap is, right? Washington, D.C., capital, right? Capital of the U.S., cosmopolitan city, DHS. The White House is very dark, as above, so below, so below, so below. Check under all the monuments and within the monuments, okay? Y'all know how they have those little pillars that hold up the buildings? What's inside of those pillars, okay? The tunnels are everywhere. The tunnels connect underground, they are everywhere. Okay, we got Miami, Florida. I just told you the tunnels connect to everywhere. Miami, Florida, as above, so below. Florida. Y'all got some floods coming that way. Latin culture, very demonic. Major port city, soon to be flooded. Victims from all over the planet. Okay? Ooh-wee. In fear of old age. Fear. Why are we fearing? Let's get into it. We got these next 6 names that's coming out. Could be affected, could be affecting people, okay? We got Dickens, Belle, Patricia, Patrice, Jennifer, and Linda, okay? I got this date coming up right here. August 13th, 2009. August 13th, 2009. Why we write that down? It could have had something to do with human trafficking, right? Involving rights and freedoms. Disruption of unity and connection. Victims. August 13th, 2009. All right, so that was portal number 9 at that. That was portal number 9. August 13th, 2009. Let's add those numbers up. So if we got 8 plus 1, that's a 9, right? We got 8 plus 1, that's a 9. Then plus 3, that's a 12. Then plus 2, that's a 14. Plus 9 is 23, which will bring us back to a 5, okay? Portal 10, please. Historic havens restored. All right? Historic havens have been restored. We're going to tap into that. Don't worry about that, beloveds. We're going to tap into what that means, okay? Let's get to the bottom of things. Portal number 10. We got an archon that came out, okay? From the third heaven. His name is Seth, part of the Demiurge archon, part of 12. Y'all know how they use that term 12, but they don't know what it means, do they? But they got it in all the rap songs, don't they? Okay, 4, 8. We're on portal number 11. I got an Ace of Cups in the reverse that came on out. Want to pop on out? An Ace of Cups in the reverse that I picked. There's emotional loss here. There's blocked feelings. There's emptiness. There's emotional emptiness. An inability to express or receive love. I feel you. Whoever's in this Ace of Cups reverse, keep pushing, right? Keep pushing. Or maybe you're in fear of old age, right? If you're in this Ace of Cup reverse, let's see, you have emotional loss, blocked feelings, and emptiness. Okay, you have to fill your cups. You. No one else can fill them but you, baby. All right, you have the ability to express and receive love, but you have to gain your own love for yourself first, right? You have to learn how to express for yourself, and that's the hardest journey to go through. All right, so that was portal number 12. Let's get 13 out here. All right, ooh, we got a sorority that came out. I don't know how to draw, but that's a triangle, a P, and a T. All right, and there's murders with this sorority here. There was murders here, okay? Well, that's our 13. All right, so we got fear of old age. And with this sorority murders here, that is definitely fear of old age, jealousy, competition, envy, greed. Within that, let's see. Let's get into some studying now. So we got 250 million years ago, right? Fear of old age. Let's tap into 250 million years ago. All right, so 250 million years ago, Earth became a hothouse. 250 million years ago, okay? Let's read a little bit on that. Earth became a hothouse 250 million years ago, and we finally know why. Now, this is coming from sciencealert.com. All right, Andrew Meredith, ETAL, the conversation. He wrote this on July 3rd, 2025, okay? What up, Andrew? All right, some 252 million years ago, almost all life on Earth disappeared, known as the Permian Triassic mass extinction, or the Great Dying. This was the most catastrophic and of the 5 mass extinction events recognized in the past 539 million years of our planet's history. Up to 94% of marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrate families were wiped out. Tropical forests, which served as they do today as important carbon sinks that helped regulate the planet's temperature, also experienced massive declines. Okay, that's where you got Alaska and Antarctica from. Okay, Antarctica in particular. Let's see. Scientists have long agreed this event was triggered by a sudden surge in greenhouse gases, which resulted in an intense and rapid warming of Earth. But what has remained a mystery is why these extremely hot conditions persisted for millions of years. Well, that's the 3 suns, okay? That's the black sun. That's the 3 suns. That is the original sun, all right? Ophiuchus, okay? So this is why we're getting so hot now, where we're at, and why everyone is waking up the way that they are. The frequencies that we're receiving from the solar flares, right? We have 3 suns in the atmosphere. The frequencies that we're receiving is absolutely causing us to receive downloads, to push us in the right direction, right? The world has been imbalanced for so long. Now it has to be rebalanced, meaning the plane or the planet, as you all like to call them, but they're breaking free from their nets, right? So the plane is actually waking up as well, and we're waking up right along with her. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so let's get on to the next tier that we're going to learn about. We already tapped into rights and freedoms. System intended to protect fundamental freedoms and human rights, including free speech, assembly, and religion. It promotes equal justice, but under their laws, okay? Their laws. All right. Let's see. This sorority murder here. What is that triangle in the PT? Oh, Lord. So this is bringing me to a list of female sororities, okay? Is it a Sigma? Oh, you could tell me. You could tell I don't know about this here. Let's see. Triangle fraternity. Oh, that's a fraternity. We don't want that. We don't want a fraternity, correct? No. We want sorority. Sigma. PSI. Could this be it? I definitely don't want to put the wrong sorority up here. So I'll tell you what, we're not going to put the wrong sorority up here. We're just going to look up some histories, some dark histories on sorority, or we're just going to look up sorority murders real quick. Just read a couple out of there. We got sorority sisters murder case, okay? Let's go here. All right, I don't know if it has anything to do with them, okay, but we're just going to read this, okay? So the murder case involving the deaths of 4 sorority sisters, Niam Ralston, Peyton Stewart, Asha Ware, and Deslin Williams, is ongoing. Frazier Bohm, the accused driver, has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including murder and vehicular manslaughter. The crash occurred on October 17, 2023 on the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, where Bohm allegedly drove his BMW at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Okay, the victims were seniors at Pepperdine Seaver College of Liberal Arts and members of the Alpha Phi sorority. The case has garnered significant media attention and has led to calls for increased safety measures on the highway. I'm going to look up on campus real quick. All right. Oh, we got Ted Bundy popped up. We got Ted Bundy here. Ted Bundy FSU murders. Novel sheds light on bright young women who went through ordeal. Ooh, what's this about? Okay. So exactly 47 years ago, one of the most infamous American serial killers reigned his terror over Florida State University in Tallahassee. Ted Bundy broke into the Chi Omega sorority house and killed 2 residents, Margaret Bowman and Lisa Levy. He also attacked 2 others who survived. The murders have gone down as one of the worst in the city's over 200-year history and have been the subject of countless documentaries, movies, and TV shows, and particularly one novel that seeks to tell a new story from the victim's perspective. Okay. All right. So we're going to look into historic havens. Historic havens that have been restored. All of this is based around fear of old age, right? fear of old age. So we got historic havens restored. Let's look into that real quick. It's going back to 10 restored castles where time travels, okay? It's coming from History Collection. It's involving the Middle Ages from what I'm reading from, okay? There's a timeless magic to castles, towering ramparts, echoing halls, and ancient stones whispering secrets of centuries gone by. Today, these fortresses are no longer just silent witnesses to history. Many have been lovingly restored, opening their doors for curious travelers seeking a window into medieval life. Chateau de Chambord, that's in France. Warwick Castle in England. And the third one I'm going to read is Burg Eltz in Germany. This will be in the description box. Okay. So anything else I want to tap into in this thing here? Fear of old age, though. If you're in fear of anything, that will definitely cause sicknesses, death, old age. It will definitely deteriorate your health, right? What is age? That is something that was given to us by a calendar that was created for whatever purpose it was created for, to manipulate time, okay? All right, we're going to put these community helpers away. Thank you all for coming out. Community helpers, emotions, entities. And we did get one legal law, which was rights and freedoms. How's everybody doing with the government shutdown? Hopefully everyone is finding a different outlet, especially if you work for the federal government. Then I think that you all should be finding a different outlet, starting your own businesses maybe. I wouldn't go back. I would not go back. I'm hearing that a lot of you all still have to work and you're not even getting paid. What kind of jobs did you have within the federal government? All right. So now we're going to go into family. You already know that. We got our zodiacs, star systems, solar systems, and planes that's going to come out. We got the music that's going to come out, and we got ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Oh, show you all. So, someone that I know was like her folks was going through some hard times and wanted a painting. So I went ahead and my daughter, she works for an before and after school program. So I asked her to have one of the young ones draw a picture, and then I painted it, and then we're going to go ahead and give it to her. Okay? It says on the back here, don't get too deep. It leads to overthinking, and overthinking leads to problems that don't exist in the first place. Okay, you got this. And that's coming from me and the illustrator. I put his name on the back. He signed it. I believe he's probably between the ages of 7 and 9. Okay, so let's get some family members on out here and see what's going on in the family. Can you trust them? Can you trust them? Okay, let's see. All right, we got 2 family members here. Let's see what we got here. We got a divine cousin that came out in the atmosphere. Divine cousin, a true friend. Shared trauma in childhood. You have a deep family connection. You establish great bonds and sacred relationships. They're very empathetic. All right. There is childhood trauma within this relationship, as I mentioned before. Has something to do with being sexually abused, physically abused, mentally abused. They're very supportive and they're loving. Your great grandpop on your dad's side popped out. So your great grandpop energy on your dad's side came on out. Fear of old age is the basis of this storyline, okay? Let's get to the next family member. Your grandma is or was your ancestral connection and was very or is very loyal. So your grandma is or was, your grandma energy is your ancestral connection and is very loyal, okay? Energy never dies. That's why I put is, but some folk, okay, some folk know that their family member ascended on, so they know that they're not physically here, so they're like, oh, well, they're not here no more, so that's why I put was. Grandma on mom's side is or was a Jezebel, okay? So whoever grandma this is on your mom's side, she was a hoe. She a Jezebel, all right? Sleeping with all kinds of men, had all kinds of men in and out of the homes with this grandma here. Drinking drugs with this grandma here. Very manipulative with that grandma energy right there, okay? That's not the same grandma that popped out first. Because remember, okay, so right now we're looking at your husband is a supernatural being, not a dark demon. Oh, somebody got a great super being out here. A supreme being as a husband out here. You better go ahead with your bad self. Don't you lose him. All right, so remember, the two grandmas that came out, the first grandma that came out is very connected to the ancestral realm and very loyal, okay? This grandma here is the reason why you're going through trauma within your home, within your life, within your future. Not your future, but your past and probably your present. You can change your future, right? And your present. So this grandma here, food ritual, spell work, she nasty. She was nasty, or is nasty, a nasty being. You got your husband. Your husband is not cheating at all. Somebody's husband is out here like, no, get me out here, right? I am a supernatural being. I am not a dark demon, and I'm not cheating at all. Somebody need to have a sit down with their husband, right? You need to have a sit down with your husband, and y'all need to communicate. And it's you. It's not him. No disrespect. We got a stepmom that came out in the energy. A stepmom that came out in the energy. Maybe this stepmom is thinking that the husband is cheating. Maybe this stepmom is thinking that that their husband is a dark demon. Fear of old age is still here, though. This grandma on your mom's side was a Jezebel because she feared old age. Your great-grandpop on dad's side may have had fear of old age. We got a divine uncle that came on out. Portal number 8, divine uncle. He is your need for respect and protection from a father figure, okay? So maybe you have a father, but he's not a good figure, okay? Your dad is probably karmic, and your uncle is here in the energy like, look, I'm here for you to be your father figure. This uncle refers to your fear of not being able to master your life, all right? You always seek advice. Maybe you should go within. Start going within and focusing on self. Get your own answers from yourself. If you're strong enough, if you're able to, if your mind is clear enough. This uncle could be your dad or your mom's brother. Deep, rich spiritual significance and ancestral wisdom. All right, portal number 9, come on out. Your mom energy. Your mom energy came out. Your mom was in fear of old age. Your mom is in fear of old age. Your mom is letting you know, don't fear old age. All right, so that's our 9 family members that came on out to bless us today. Let's get these ABCs and 1, 2, 3s on out. We're going to pick 4 today. Hopefully your initial come on out here, right? Comment below. Where are you from? Where did you land? What does your name begin with? What letter does your name begin with? What synchronization would you like to see come out? All right, let's just get to the bottom of it. I got a W here. I got a W, and more than likely there's a V. All right, so we got a W and a V. We got the letter A and the letter B. The letters N and M. Let's give it one more quick shuffle here to get to the bottom of things. All right, and we got some synchronizations. The number 3, which is associated with the letter CLU. All right, we got the number 3. March, divine completion, creative expression. Okay. Clarity, communication, love, language, universe, utilize. All right. It's also associated with sacred womb, water, riches, and spiritual healing. All right. So that is our 4 of the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s that we're going to pull on out. Love you too, baby. Have a great day. Let's get into these zodiacs, right? Zodiac, star systems, solar systems, planes, and planets. There's a lot going on up there in the atmosphere, right? Ain't it? We on the plane of Earth, Gaia, Kai, whatever we want to call it, and we now have 2 moons. But didn't we already know that? I'm just saying. But I can feel the effect on the 2 moons. Ooh, child, what was all that about? I'm gonna take the bottom one. I rule over Taurians and Libras. We got Venus out here coming out strong. Venus is here. Venus is like, don't worry, I'll get the Taurus and the Libras under control. Is it still Libra season? No, it's Scorpios. All right. So we got Taurus and you got Libras. Taurus is representing the throat and the neck within the body. The Libras is going to represent the kidneys and the lower back. Right? Oh, what's this? Oh, we got a few that came on out. Let's see. We got the Hydra constellation that came on out representing its constellation. It straddles the celestial equator. It is the biggest constellation of the 88 modern constellations. So it's represented by the water snake and it is Babylonian. Okay, back to the Taurus and the Libras. Okay, you got Taurus, which is the bull. You got Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. You got Libra, which is the scales. You got Hera, the goddess of women and marriage. The Milky Way, baby. The Milky Way came on now. What up, Milky Way? That is the celestial path bridge connecting different realms, particularly between the living and the dead. It represents purity, spiritual journeys, and divine. All right, we got the monkey. We got the monkey that came out, part of the Chinese astrology, and the horse that came out, part of the Chinese astrology. Monkey, Shin, metal, yang, autumn, white, blue, the 7th month, and these numbers are associated with it. 1, 3, 4, 7, and 8. All right, we got the horse, which is from the Chinese astrology. We got Ooouuu, yellow, 5th month, red, gold, summer, fire, yang, sunflower, blue, and we have these numbers 1, 4, 7, 9, and 5. The spirit of the West. The spirit of the West is here. So there could be some Taurians and Libras that are in fear of old age, right? There could be beings that came from the Hydra constellation that are Babylonian, that were in fear of old age. The water snake. We have the Milky Way, right? That is particularly connecting us between the living and the dead, right? You have the dead that is giving the living information of fear of old age. Stay pure, right? Enjoy your spiritual journey. You have the horse, part of the Chinese zodiac, and the monkey, all right? That could be your zodiac. You could be a fear of old age. Spirit of the West, that is autumn, endings and transformation. Introspection and healing, need for balance and harmony, a need for emotional healing. Woo! That goes back to the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Maybe in autumn, that's what you were going through. or it could be right now. Even though it's saying the spirit of the West, which is for autumn, you could be in this feeling of needing for emotional healing. There's a need for balance and harmony, introspection, and healing. Much love to you. Much love to all. Much love to all. We got Mercury that came on out talking about I rule over Geminis and the Virgos. You got Geminis representing the lungs and the arms. You got Virgos representing the abdomen and the digestive system. Okay. Let's see. Gemini. Immortal twins. Athena, goddess of wisdom and military victory. All right. You got Virgo. Young maiden. Demeter, goddess of grain and agriculture. Okay. That was an ABC and a 1, 2, 3. One ain't supposed to be in here. We got gold that came on out. Gold is here. Purity, again, divine protection. You got the Leo, roar. All right, divine protection, divine presence, enlightenment, righteousness. Leo, you are heart and spine in the body parts. Sun, roar. Apollo, god of the sun and the light. Roar. Autumnal equinox. Something happened around autumn. Something happened in fall. Okay. Fear of old age. Something was going down in fall, y'all. Because you got the autumnal equinox that came out as well. Okay. Fear of old age. Be mindful. This is around September 23rd. Balance and renewal. Gratitude for duality. Joy and sorrow. Harmony between light and dark. Inner work rewarded. Release and transform. Recalibrate routines, pause and reflect. Okay. Wait, we in autumn right now. Yeah, we're in fall. I be tripping. I be tripping. I don't know why I'm thinking it's winter, because it's kind of cold where I'm at, right? It's up and down with the cold. So now we're dealing with endings and transformation. This explains why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. There's a need for balance and harmony, introspection and healing, need for emotional healing, okay? A lot of people could be feeling like they're not feeling loved. They're not feeling appreciated, right? Balance and renewal, gratitude for duality, joy and sorrow. Oh, this is the balance. Harmony between light and dark. Inner work is rewarded. Okay, release and transform. Pause and reflect. Recalibrate your routines. But most importantly, be mindful. And we're going to go with portal number 9. We got these border signs that came on out. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so we had Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Leo that came out. Okay. Now we got Pisces and Cancer, Scorpio, water signs. Very ultra sensitive. You're highly intuitive. You're mysterious. You have profound conversations. You represent fluidity, adaptability, and emotion. Okay, so you got Pisces, which is the feet in the body. All right, then you also have Pisces, which is Ishtar. Neptune rules over Pisces. All right, so you have Ishtar here. You got Cancer. Cancer is representing the chest and the stomach and the body parts. It is a crab. Artemis, the goddess of moon and wilderness, okay? And then you got Scorpio. Scorpio is reproductive organs, okay? Scorpion, Kali, goddess of death and sex. Pew. Ooh. Pluto rules over you, Scorps. Okay, that's our 9 that we're going to pull out here. Fear of old age is the storyline, okay? All the signs that we called out here. Are you in fear of old age? Are you in fear of anything, right? Comment below. And it's okay if you are. We just have to work together to get that fear up out of us. All right, we got the music coming on out. Let's see what the music is going to sing to us today, right? Music is the soul, rhythm is the spirit, baby. Yikes. Don't sign. Ooh. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a chopper. It's a chopper. Yikes. Don't sign. Okay? Don't sign. Whatever contract that is, whatever's going on, don't sign. You got natural out here. Imagine Dragons. You're natural. right? You are the natural element that they need, okay? Do not sign. This house of mine stands strong. Remember that. Verse from Natural, from Imagine Dragons. This house of mine stands strong. Why y'all so scared of Jay-Z? What? Who? I don't know, but why are y'all, and I guess this is pertaining to those in the music industry. Fear of old age is here. You scared of Jay-Z because you fear of old age? Sacrificing. So that you're able to stay young and keep energy harvesting. But that's not allowed anymore. So now you have to feed off of your own energy. But do you have any energy left? Ooh, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Isn't it ironic? It's like rain on your wedding day. But you ought to know. You ought to know. You should not be fearing old age. He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? Was I used in a satanic cult? The music is asking, was I used in a satanic cult? Because you all feared old age. But the music is speaking out. Y'all in some trouble. Music is the universal language of the world, right? Of the universe. Evil, con, scam is out here. Damn. They thought they was going to be champions. And all they had to do was buy you a drink? Yikes. Don't sign. Don't sign, right? Talking about some, ooh. Yeah, they hating, but they broke, though. Now who broke? When it's time to pop, they a no-show. Now who broke? Ooh. Talking about, I promise. You ain't promising nothing. You can't promise anything. You can only promise to yourself. Nobody can promise to you. You can only promise to yourself. I don't want to hear that. And portal number 9. All cultures. Damn. All cultures under judgment. As we all are. As we all are. Yeah. Pop. Hip hop. Rap. Country. What? Classical. I don't give a doggone. Everything's under judgment. Yeah. Jazz. Rock. Yeah. Especially jazz. Ooh wee. I know y'all seen it. Hey, what was the name of that movie? Just get Sinners. Sinners. That was the name of the movie. Sinners with Michael B. Jordan and them. And his clone. They both was cute though, weren't they? They both gay. They like the ding-a-ling. They don't like us. Alright, so now we're going to go into, we got our universal laws that's going to come out. We're going to pull out the universal laws, and then we're going to have the yes, no, and maybe questions. Now, the yes, no, maybe questions are set up for you to ask yourselves 3 questions, okay? Before you ask yourselves those 3 questions, you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to hold that breath, and then you're going to release. When you're taking that breath in, you want your belly to pop out like a balloon, right? When you're holding it, try to take in another breath while you're holding. If you can't, that's cool. When you're releasing, you want to make sure that belly is touching the back of your back, okay? Release all of that energy out, then ask your question aloud, if you can. Let's get into the universal laws, and then we're going to go to the yes, no, and let maybe. It's all about consistency, right? So let's get consistent, D'Amica. Let's get consistent. I have not been on social media. I'll go on there and I'll post. But that thing had a control over me, man. I'm talking about whoop, whoop, whoop. I wasn't even tapping the videos no more. And I thought just by me reading the headlines of folks' videos, that was going to help. Because once I read one headline that sounded intriguing, boop, I tapped that video. No. I can admit I am not strong enough to be on social media without mindlessly strolling. So, no. Or scrolling. Is it scroll? Scroll. Mindlessly strolling. Making my way downtown, walking fast, pacing fast, and I'm homebound. Through that town. All right, let's get to the bottom of it. First universal law we got coming out, babies, is you have everlasting wealth. Yes, you do. You have everlasting wealth, my love. That is wisdom, my love. That is purity, my love. That is innocence, my love. That is money. I know how we like to hear that. Money. Right? Inheritance. Spiritual wisdom, right? Money. All right. My aunt has the final say so over that. You have everlasting wealth, my love. Keep on pushing. Inheritance, what I say, inheritance is here, imperishable, undefiled, unfading, a passing down of assets, properties, or rights from one generation to another. You're welcome. Yes, you are. Share a little bit of that with me. I'm just joking. I got my own. I am not deceitful. Are you? Are you deceitful? And why? Comment below, okay? If you are deceitful, why? And if you're not deceitful, why not? Don't cry now, bitch. I said that. Me. Somebody out here being deceitful in fear of old age. But don't cry now, bitch. Don't cry now. I had to tell myself that the other day. I mean, I was crying out of nowhere. Not the real hard Kim K cry. I mean, just like, what the hell am I grade cry for? Type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And I let them come out. I let the tears come out. I'm talking about a golden child. Yeah, there's a golden child in the atmosphere, in the energy. All right, the child of the sun. Highly advanced, extremely intelligent being. They are souls who are incarnating increasingly on the plane of earth. They are spiritual masters, and there are approximately 17 on the plane. All must be revealed. All must be revealed. This came out again. Legal jail. All right, somebody always going to legal jail, right? But this here, in fear of old age, right? Deceit is out here. Yeah, somebody going to jail. And this could be a metaphysical jail. You're feeling trapped. There's self-doubt. I was here, and it's easy to go right back into it, right? Feeling trapped, self-doubt. You symbolize the consequence of actions not aligned with moral or ethical principles, confinement, restriction in one's life. Now, let's look up what legal jail is in the physical realm here real quick. We're going to go to legal jail. Oh, a place for the confinement of people accused or convicted of a crime. Put someone in jail. A confinement for persons held in lawful custody, specifically such a place under the jurisdiction of a local government, such as a county. Look at that, federal confinement. It's one thing to go to the correctional facilities, but it's another thing to go to them penitentiaries. I'm trying to tell you. And you know how they always got all kinds of stories of trying to make themselves sound cool because they've been in jail on the D block and they stole somebody's cookies or they traded this. I mean, they always got some type of fascinating story about how they had to hold down their cell block. But when them job jokers come home, in their real world, or this world of illusions, they can't take it. But you was out here putting in them little illusions. Now you can't take it once you get up in there. Once you get in that jail, a lot of them, what do they call it? Institutionalized. You want to go back. To each his own. To each his own. Right? It might be safer in there for some. Okay? What's under the jails, though? What's deep under them penitentiaries? What they doing up under their wardens? You got portal number 9 that came on out? You good?
I forgot to get the shell mac and cheese.
So I heard my son go, and I thought he was like saying something towards my reading. I said, "You all right?" He gonna talk about, "I forgot to get the shells mac and cheese." I have not stolen food, grains, or offerings. And this is going to be universal law number 9. We're not going to pull out the 13 today. I have not stolen food, grains, or offerings, okay? In fear of old age. I'll take some things, but I don't steal. I don't steal. Let's look up what that means. Steal, right? Take another person's property without permission or legal right and without intending to return it. Dishonestly pass off another person's idea as one's own. Ooh, a lot of people do that. Accusations that one group has stolen ideas from the other were soon flying. All right. To steal could also mean to move somewhere quietly or surreptitiously. He stole down the kitchen. A delicious languor was stealing over her. This dishonestly pass off another person's idea as one's own. Ooh, that's getting cleared up ASAP. You cannot. Okay, so nowadays no one is really the originator, right? We're all learning off of something, off of consciousness, off of whatever, right? But the whole concept of that is to not be exactly like someone else. Take their words, start dressing like them, start talking like them, start writing like them. No, they are your example. You're supposed to learn from them and then put it into your own cookbook, right? And then create who you want to be, which version you want to be. But you cannot be exact like single white female, single black female. Like, or no, you can't be that. That's stalking, or I don't know, but that's weird. That's weird and disgusting. And it's not allowed on the realm. It's not allowed anywhere. Like, that's ridiculous. That's sad. Like, nah, think about it. You want to be exactly like somebody else, but then you talk about them like a dog. You hate them that much that you will start telling lies about them, but then you turn around and be exactly like them. Come on now. Y'all better cut it out. Y'all silly out there in the world. All right, so now we got our good old yes, no, maybes. All right, and this is the part where you're going to take that deep breath in. Hold it. Release. All right, go ahead and ask yourself that first question. Say it out loud if you can. I ain't with you. I can't hear it. Or can I? Hold up. I cannot hear you. Right? But you can. Say it out loud. Use your third chakra. If you can't, that's understood. Don't do it. If it comes in the reverse, it's still going to say what it is. Like, if the yes comes upside down, it's still a yes. Okay? Period, point blank. If the no come upside down and it say on, it's still a no. All right. Hopefully you got your question asked. Here's your answer. Look at that. Whatever you ask, no, this energy is not a lost soul. Whatever you ask, the answer is no. This energy is not a lost soul. Okay, let's get into question number 2. Take that deep breath in. Hold it. Release. All right, ask it out loud. Ask that job joker out loud. All right, here comes your answer. All right, so maybe you need to rethink that option. Maybe you need to rethink it, okay? For your second question, maybe you need to rethink what you just thought, right? You got to rely on yourself, most importantly. These answers are assisting you in your final answer. You have the final say so, beloved. You're the creator. Not these portals. They're assisting you, right? They're assisting us. You have the final say so, babe. Question number 3, take that deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Ask that question. All right, beloveds, here's your answers. Hell yes. And that's in all caps. Whatever you asked, that answer was hell yes. All right, now that could be a good hell yes, that could be a bad hell yes, but it was hell yes. All right, so that is our reading for today, October 26, 2025. Catch me again on another time. We're going to keep it up with more consistency. Glad to have my energy back. And what I noticed is when I do go through those moments, I'm so thankful that it's not lasting weeks and months like it used to, and even years. But those days or day that it happens, oh my gosh, especially when it first hit, it's a form of ascension that happens. And it's like a test where what are you going to think of within those moments? What are you going to do within those moments, right? I took a lot of naps. I took a lot of naps within those moments, a lot. Because it was to a point where I was like, if I keep overthinking or thinking, period, about a certain situations, it will keep lingering and festering, right? Did a lot of praying, a lot of meditating, okay? And a lot of distancing myself from a lot of beings, a lot of individuals, including family. I have to find out who I am, right? It's like, it'll get to a point where folk don't even know who you are anymore, babies. And that's a great thing. Only you should know who you are. And you can give them whatever version you want of yourselves. Don't give them all of you, though. Do not give them all of you. Especially if you're a being of love, if you're a being of light, right? And you know how to control your darkness, because you know we got that dark up in us too, babies, right? But it's about controlling it and letting them jive jokers loose when y'all get to acting up out there. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Oh my goodness, I did not welcome in the energies with the bell. Well, we're gonna let them leave on out. Yep, we're gonna let them leave on out, though. I tell you that with this bell. And next time I won't forget to ring that bell and welcome in all energies, which they were here. They were very much so here. You could definitely feel it within the atmosphere. They're always here, right? The shadows, they're always here. The energy, it's always here, right? What level are you on to accept them, to hear them, to love them, to banish them, right? We rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to me, and then it's sent back to its source, because I am sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that I may have agreed to while I was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Get these energies on out of here. Thank you, beloveds. You are most welcome to leave. You are not welcome to stay, though, at all. Your energy is your energy, and my energy is my energy. You are not allowed to manipulate or attack the collective at all. We thank you so much. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially much darkness. Damn it, I never hit the stop. We're going to do this again. Much peace, much light, much love, and much darkness. Oh! Who gonna win today? Who gonna win today? Who gonna win today?
That's a game.
It's the 26th, ain't it? Ain't it a game today with the Eagles?
Time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we play the Giants again today. Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna do it this time. Don't do us dirty. Don't do us dirty. Don't do us dirty. All right. Much love, much light, much peace, but much darkness.